Hey, how's it going? So I had a dream last night, and I don't know the significance of this dream. I don't know if it was just me dreaming nonsense, but here's kind of how it went. So I'm chasing this lady, and I'm a security guard by trade. That's what I do. I'm a supervisor for a security company. I drive about 120 miles a night, check on sites, and it's kind of my job. It is my job. So I'm having this dream, and I'm chasing this lady. I chase her into a parking garage, and she's just super fast. Like, I'm chasing her on a car, and she's running from me, but it's not really like registering in my head yet. I'm not really concerned. I'm just trying to get her. Like, she did something. I don't know exactly what she did, but it's like it was something really bad or something, because I really wanted to catch her. So she's like juking and dodging me. So I leave the car and I start chasing her on foot. As I start chasing her on foot, I'm able to catch her, and like I grab her, and I'm like, she's like fighting me back. So I'm like trying to push her up against the wall. She's like punching and kicking me. So I'm like trying to kick her back. And I don't want anybody to think that I abuse women, or I don't want to hit any women. I wouldn't hit a woman. I would try to contain her if it was real life. I wouldn't kick or sock a woman. Just put that out there. Okay? So as she's struggling with me, she easily just frees herself from me and looks back at me, and she's like, "Watch this." And she teleports herself from where she is to another point. I look over, and then she teleports herself back. And automatically I think in my head, like, yo, this isn't a human, this is a demon. And I start to, call upon the name of Jesus, because then she like basically grabs me and is like got a hold of me like I'm just nothing. And I start to call upon the name of Jesus, and I guess I was saying it so loud that my son heard me, and he came and like woke me up and was like, "Yo, are you okay?" And this happens to me a lot in my dreams. Like, there was another dream I had where like I was back at my old house, and my parents have passed on, but in this dream my parents were there, and we're praying. And we're having like a really, a hard prayer. We're in prayer, and I feel like I'm being really demonically oppressed. Like, I feel like a demon just comes and he's like pushing on my chest, like almost trying to like take possession of me. Like, this demonic entity or whatever it is, it's just like it's grabbing me and like pushing on me so hard that I can feel it physically in my dream. Like, I've never had a dream like this before, to where I had such a like physical sensation of like I can't even explain it, but I was fighting so hard, like fighting with all of my might to try and get this thing off of me. And my dad, he came up and he was like started praying for me, and he's trying to pray for me. I'm praying as hard as I can, and as it's like it's pushing on me so hard that it woke me up. Like, I was battling with this thing so hard that I woke up like in terror, like cold sweat, everything, like, and that was terrifying for me. It really was. And I have a lot of these dreams to where it's like I'm calling upon the name of Jesus, and this demonic entity is like trying to battle me or trying to do something to me that I don't really understand. Another one is I'm walking, and I see somebody sitting on a bench. And they're sitting on a bench, they have their head down, they look kind of distraught. So as I walk up and I'm like trying to figure out what's wrong with them, I get closer and I kind of touch their back. And they jump up and they grab me, and automatically I see it's a demon. And once again, I start praying in the name of Jesus. And I start praying so hard that I wake up from my dream. And I don't understand these dreams too much. I don't know, it's hard to understand, but the first one where I was praying at my parents' house, during the time I was recovering from H. pylori. I had quit smoking. I was trying to read the Bible more. I was trying to pray more, and I had this dream. So I don't know if it was like the devil trying to gain control again. I'm not sure what it was. But it was pretty scary. It was like very realistic. The oppression I was feeling, like, it's hard to explain, but it was like I could physically feel it in my dream. I had never had a dream to where I had physical sensation like that. It was like an actual battle. I felt like it was like the hardest, strongest battle I ever had in my life. There was like literal pressure being applied onto me. And it was terrifying. It really was. I woke up terrified. I didn't want to go back to sleep. I was so scared to go back to sleep. I was like trying to think of things I could do just to stay awake. Because I was like, no, there's no way I'm going back to that. It was so powerful that, like, I was really terrified of going back to sleep. And I've had dreams like this. Like, another one I had where I had quit smoking. I already hadn't smoked for a couple months. And I'm having this dream where somebody passes me a cigarette. And I had an issue with smoking weed at the time. I had quit smoking cigarettes probably a couple years ago. But they passed me a cigarette and they're like, it's just a dream. Smoke it. And I'm like, okay. And so I start smoking the cigarette, and as I'm doing it, I'm like feeling regret, and I'm feeling what I'm doing, and it's like, nah, I don't want to be doing this. And I wake up, and I've got my hand next to my mouth, like I'm smoking the cigarette. Like, I've got my fingers, and I'm like exhaling something, and I'm not exhaling anything. But like, that's how real it was in my mind. And I've also never experienced anything like that before. And I had a few dreams like that, to where somebody would try to pass me something to smoke it, and I would wake up and just be like, man, what the heck? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, why is this happening? But in the dream, it's like, just do it. It's okay. Like, that was the vibe I was getting. And it's very strange. It's very strange how demons attack us in our sleep. I believe it is some kind of force, it is some kind of demonic presence that is able to enter our dreams. And if you're trying to do something differently in your life, that's when they attack you the most. That's when the devil attacks you the most. That's when you notice things start to go sideways. That's when you notice that you've got a lot of stress. Everything seems to be going wrong. And they try to give you the out. Like, just go back to go back to your life. It was way easier then. Like, they plant that thought into your mind. Like, just go back. Why are you doing this? You see how stressful you see this is wrong. Like, they try to put that thought into your mind. Like, just, give up. You don't need this. You don't want this. This is way too stressful. Go back to your old life. Don't try. Go back to what you were doing. They're like putting your head, like, look how much fun you were having. Look how easy your life was. Don't you want a break? Don't you want a break from this? And that's where you really got to stand strong and be like, no, in the name of Jesus Christ, I rebuke you. Devil, demon, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And you have to stand strong. I know it's not easy. I've fallen plenty of times. I've gotten back up. I've tripped again. I've slipped up. I've done things that I can't be proud of, that I shouldn't be proud of, and that no one should be proud of. It's disgraceful. It's despicable. You got to take charge. You got to be a man sometimes. You got to be that woman of God. You got to be that man of God. And I'm so weak sometimes that I feel pathetic. I really do. I feel like the devil is slinging me around like a rag doll, pushing me up against the wall, doing whatever he wants. And I don't want that in my life anymore. I got to fight back. But I can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. Nobody can do it alone. You need Jesus. Trust me. My dad told me he had this dream. Like, he's all buffed up in the dream. He's super big. He feels super powerful. And the devil's there. And the devil's buffed up. And he's like, and they start fighting. And he's like, no matter what he does, he can't get the best of him. He's just beating on him. And the only way he was able to win was by calling upon the name of Jesus. And as soon as he called upon the name of Jesus, he defeated him. And he told me this dream when I was real little, and I remember it to this day. And it stuck with me. We can't do anything on our own. We are only human flesh. We are weak. We are susceptible. And we are nothing without Jesus. Don't try to do anything on your own. It's not going to work. You can try, but you are going to be very disappointed when you see yourself fail. Because without Jesus Christ, we are nothing. Nothing. I've had other dreams as well. I would kind of have to sit down and think about them. I got to get back to work, but I thought I would just drop this quick video for the night. I made it mainly because I had this dream last night and everything that's been going on. I just wanted to upload it. A dream doesn't really make too much sense to me, but it was just kind of wild to me how, basically was talking in my sleep because I was like so much trying to get this thing away from me that like I was speaking these words out loud while I was asleep to where someone else heard me. And I asked my son, what did I say? And he said he couldn't make it out. But in my head, I thought I was saying it very clearly. I thought I was calling upon Jesus very clearly. But I also speak Russian, and he doesn't understand Russian. So I think maybe I was saying it in Russian. I'm not sure. But y'all have a good night.